running on the kickoff and yeah, I scored on kickoff. Good.
I'm on a test here. Let's see. I need a piece of white paper. You got something white? Tell me something about.
I got the white paper.
Bring it. That white cup here, Michael. Let me focus on that white cup a minute. He said I was supposed to do this. Bring it right here, real close, Marshall.
Bill.
Let's see.
Bill, you gonna stay at Michelle tonight, or here, or Greensboro?
Probably Greensboro.
That's right. I knew that. I forgot that.
Let's see.
You got any shoes?
I got everything but shoes. I got dungarees and shirt. I had some. I went in there before we left to
What
get
size shoe you wear?
9 and a half.
12.
Let's try this and see what happens. Let's see. All right, y'all back up a minute. I'll just...
Hello.
I went in there to get some, but they had mud all over.
No wonder, boy, that poor son got to tell me to work all day.
Well, I was up for a long run tomorrow.
Shoot, I don't know if I can do a long one
Not
now.
me either. I can do a medium though. I mean, I've been
4 miles will be all I can handle.
That's all I would go.
Where'd you get? Oh, you got 2 boxes then.
It'll be the top.
Just like natural, Johnny. I'm running a test here to see what I can do here.
I just don't have to exercise anymore.
All I gotta do is act natural. Let's see. Is that tape running? Yeah. Tape's been running.
How many we got in there?
Michael, back up. There you go. Can't get you too close.
Hey, Michael, smile. Do that ugly face with your teeth.
Well, just
Hey, we
I'll
got to
rectify the situation. I miscounted. And I forgot that there were 7 instead of I counted. I don't know. I was thinking 5. It all started in a little town near Greensboro, North Carolina.
I wonder if this thing is working.
Every time you get one, you gotta do it.
Yes, friends, and if you order now, you'll get the Wampus Cats nude.
Nude.
You'll feel the waters of the sand pulling you down when you hear the
Johnny,
song.
this one without a name. Johnny, this one without a name.
That's Elena.
It's heavy.
Yamanon.
It's heavy.
You know them?
Thank you.
Yamanon. They're good.
Bill.
I ran into him at poker one day. Jack White.
Some ribbon on
He
there.
was on that Mama, he retired.
I told you to hey, Johnny, where's Susan?
Catch anyway.
Somebody probably got jealous of him, you know.
I like the white. You know what?
Doc.
Yeah. What is it?
Doc Burke.
Dad from.
Here's she.
Must be yours.
Marshall, how are you?
Hey, rather than raising your hand, you can just blow the whistle at the teacher. Do it, you dog. Good.
I know I love
Mama?
Hey, fellas. Hey,
Mama?
those dinosaurs are erasers.
Mama?
You know?
Hello.
Bring him in here to bed and I'll take him.
Have you got 2 5s for 10?
I think so.
Huh?
I think so.
Let me have it. I was counting it when I bought these things for these kids here. He's running.
Yeah, didn't it?
I got Uncle Bill over there.
Is that pointing at me?
Yeah.
I think it's pointing over there.
You must push the gray button.
Is it running?
Yeah.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, straight from a near successful campaign. And masterpiece. Here you go, Ken. Here you go.
You see what movie that was, Johnny?
Yeah.
It's General Jack Ripper.
That's fucking right. That's funny.
We saw that down right down in Scott one night.
Well, I like it, but I don't have
Wait a minute, I'm gonna get my own space.
Yeah. From Santa Claus.
Hey, don't mess up now.
And just like it on the road, but kind of defined my face. And I saw a rug that I wanted. It was in that $40. It's a big rug.
Marshall, what did you say?
Cut.
That's Allison.
What'd you get for Christmas? Stan, speak for us, man. Say ah.
You know that rug?
Cut.
Dad, can you open your mouth so this X-ray will take better?
They always put their stuff in the mini bag. Festive, Mother.
Nice.
Time to come back in. Okay, put it on right inside. You want to put it on inside or leave it back there? I don't want the alligator in one with
Right against the wall.
He did. He did.
Hello, Grandpa.
Come here, Kenny, get this.
Oh, I want to get a picture too.
Get the viewer on there.
Grandma, say something for this movie.
You know, I got a good one about China and Japan.
Grandpa.
That one?
Say something for this movie.
Oh yeah, Bill.
It's pretty.
You get it?
All
I
right.
said, "Hey, I hope it's big enough."
You had lunch these days, Bill.
Look out.
He did. Dan.
Like this. Yes, the way that's doing. Hold up here.
All right, Bill. Here's your big chance. Whole movie. Very nice.
Don't worry
Andy.
about it.
That's a good one right there.
That's the one I would like at least.
That's pretty good.
Okay, I'm trying to think about that.
That's whatever Bill wants it.
Right here's probably the one I like the best.
Yeah.
I got Bill's 3 something, but I miscalculated. So just give them 5 apiece. Okay?
I'll show you that one about
Well, I forgot, and I don't have to worry.
Japanese invading China. That's got a lot of stuff you probably never seen
I couldn't
before.
find them out there.
I don't think I've ever seen
They're
it.
probably down the street.
You already know what it is, I mean.
Huh?
Open it up, John. I think it's A and A.
No.
Several.
Michael, put your hand.
His mom taking a picture.
You, John, is easy.
I cannot get a picture.
Hey.
Allison, Sue.
Take a picture.
Thanks a lot.
Michael, move your hand.
Well, we didn't get much anyway.
Neither did we. It's been a lean year.
If you want to go
Dad,
sit
you're getting to
beside
the end of
Dad.
this thing.
Yes, I'm telling
Sit
you.
down beside Dad if you want to.
Since I got done in.
Let's put that at the end of the picture.
End of the line.
Lord have mercy, every time I look, Kenny's got that thing in going.
What you got there, John? Hold that picture up. John, you notice you got some nice ones there, boy.
I think I'm gonna let her wear a few days and take it for money.
He's copying.
We'd act up on movie she was there with, John.
Michael, get over
Did you say it's here on Carolina football game?
They have translucent that little bit.
Bridget,
I don't know nothing about it.
Bridget,
I got a real good recorder yet.
Mr.
Filming on food and things.
Elena?
You got, I mean, you can,
Elena?
This year's
Michael,
Michael.
it looks exactly like
Elena?
He's gonna get blue.
How are you?
Good time, but
Carolina played a tough game, didn't you think?
you probably scored 5th time the first time. Do us, come on.
You can't get everybody on one picture, Mom.
Stanley, get over there with your dad and him.
Everybody get together now, cram together.
Bridget, turn around. Yeah.
Debbie, let's all get together now. Debbie, Debbie, let's all get together now.
Either get out or turn. This is what. If you're gonna look stupid, put that cigarette down. I'm just gonna take Bill then. I'll just block you out. That's how you feel.
Smile, Mama.
Move your hand.
Mama, smile. I'm filming you.
Bill, look at you.
Take a picture of me, Mom.
I'm not taking pictures there. Look at here. Smile, Elena.
look at Stanley.
I don't know. I'm not taking us a picture.
Grandma smiling.
Like follow, like
I
some.
want us a picture.
Grandma, I got you over here, Grandma.
Grimace.
I got you over here, Grandma. This is a movie over here, Grandma. This is a movie I'm making over here.
Stanley's looking on.
No, I mean, it's a movie.
Look at Bill. It looks crazy as a coon. I'm not taking a picture. You think I'm gonna take a picture?
Every one of Mama's guys got a name.
That would have been a good picture, but you don't want to do it.
I want to take a picture of Bill with his old head mouth.
I got to be now.
That old picture I get Mom asked me. He was that old man on that Bill.
Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandpa.
Well, hear that? Who's that old man with that big booty kid?
Look here, Lena.
Look at them.
I am not gonna take a picture.
got it anyway. I went like this, I went.
That's a good book, Johnny. I like that section on Ray Berry and the other book. That book is it's not so much about the game as about their lives after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't see that strange movie. I ain't seen that. You know what that movie called?
Where'd you get them glasses at?
1883.
Where'd you get those glasses?
Strange love movie.
Over in Greensboro.
Looks like Sting.
I want you to have it.
Stan.
Sting.
Something good every now and then.
I'm gonna stay the one you got Johnny and Suzon. I'm gonna stay with so she comes or we.
I got a Sesame Street one.
It's a big book.
I'm waiting on being there.
China that we got, Grandma. China. Throw them away.
Johnny.
It's in there, it's in there. Oh, all right. Look at that, Marshall. Mine, though.
Your man. Your man.
Keep good. No, this man is a bad.
Can you believe you said that about Mike Webster?
Back up,
Still
Michael.
playing.
Michael, you got back here.
All those years. He's played like 15, 16 years now. He's the last one of the Super Bowl team still playing. I thought that was pretty good. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks, Debbie.
Back to live again. Don't do
Is that
that.
live?
Yeah. Well, Grandpa, this is all yours.
It's live now, Grandpa.
We got you on there. We got you on there. That's
recording
That's right.
Is it recording?
Yeah. That's recording right now. Say a few words for us.
Look at Michael.
Michael.
Grandpa, let us know.
Do a oof.
Get back out of the way.
Do an oof face.
Say something,
Daddy.
Grandpa.
Daddy. Tell us
Yeah,
about
say
that
something.
time. Tell us about that time that you and the gang went up to Mars Hill to play basketball. Okay?
That's too long.
No, we need to get along.
We got 2 hours. We got
Do it. Get closer, Kim.
Come on.
Put your hands in there.
That's a good story. Tell us. I know there's several and you hadn't heard that before. Come on.
We're running the Blood Robbers down.
All right, Grandpa, tell us about it. Grandpa's checking out himself. Okay, huh?
Thought you had something?
That's you.
That's what we're doing. We're taping it right now.
Right now.
Listen, everything is being said is being recorded, so let's be quiet.
Say it.
Can we stop it a minute?
Bud's a nice guy. Here, Howard C. Buddy Carter tell us about a ball game that he participated in back in the 30s, I believe it was, with some of the locals from the Five Forks and from the Leaksville YMCA.
That guy on there looks like Marty Schottenhauer.
Hey, who all played that game? Who all went with you?
Andy Channel,
It's showtime.
John Gilmore, Dr. Simmons, Moosey Butler.
You're on right
J.R. Reynolds each carried a load of us up there.
How many cars did it take to get you up there?
2 cars.
Did you have any cheerleaders along?
No children.
No women?
No women. No.
You didn't?
Didn't have no women to go and play ball at Mars Hill.
Did you guys wear knee guards at that time?
Oh yeah.
What kind of, did you have uniforms? I mean, everybody had matching uniforms. What color were they?
Red.
What was the name of your team?
We played the YMCA.
Did you have a nickname?
No, we was a National Guard team. That's instead of the YMCA.
Well, when you got to Mars Hill, were the people polite? I mean, were they nice?
Yes, sir. They fed us up there like a king. Big supper, steak and potatoes and pie and anything you want.
And y'all, did you eat too much?
We eat too much. We couldn't. They run us to death after we got out on the
Was the
road.
court a lot bigger there than it was down here?
Huh?
Did you play on a bigger court?
Yeah, it was a bigger court. It snowed on us all the way up there. Ice and stuff on the road. We had a rough trip.
Do you have any idea what the score was in the game?
No, I don't know what the score was.
What about the other game that y'all played and went to Chapel Hill?
Yeah,
When you beat those guys in Chapel Hill?
They beat us 52-12.
Did they feed you another big dinner?
No, we didn't.
Like
get down to
Carolina.
Was this the
Chapel Hill.
same kind of game? I mean, was,
You
same
win
kind,
that.
was this the same kind of
It's
team,
like Carolina.
National Guard, or was it a Y team? No, it was
No,
Leagues for Y.
It's a Y.
It was Leagues for Y. Did you have a nickname? Or was it just Leagues for Y?
It's in their record.
Did the same bunch play?
Who was that game at? It's Leaksville Y against Carolina?
UNC Tar Heels.
Golly.
They beat us 52-12.
You guys scored first, didn't you?
Yeah, Clive made one of them long shots.
Two-hander.
Yeah.
What did Doc said something to one of the Chapel Hill guys about that, didn't he? What was that about the Chapel Hill guy telling Doc something or other? Comparing Doc with some famous musician or performer.
Nah, I forgot now.
Eddie.
He told him to look out here now, Eddie.
Referring to Eddie Cannon, right?
Yeah.
Doc's look alter ego.
Huh? Okay.
We've heard Grandpa talk about going to Mars Hill and Chapel Hill, but what about the night that the gang went over to the fair? Let's hear about that one. You remember when the gang went over?
Think for a minute.
Turn around.
Guys get in. How did you guys get into the fair that night?
I told him, and Uncle Sap said it'd be all right, and he just opened the gate. We drove on in.
You're on in.
Mama, how about telling us a little bit about when you used to live in that boarding house up at Aunt Fanny's? Come on. Why not? What? You lived in a boarding house, didn't you? Before you got married? Who else lived there? Why? This is an historic moment here. 30, they might put this on 30 seconds.
Steelers on.
Michael, don't.
By the way,
Michael
follows the camera.
Michael's a ham, baby.
Hey, come on, tell us about living there. All right, now you've seen yourself. Tell me about living in that boarding house. Who else lived with you? Did you eat there? What did they have to eat every day? Like what? What was that? Is that when you worked in the mill?
We can't see you.
Johnny looks
Look at
What a film!
It's like in basketball games when they're trying to do interviews.
What a film! What a film! What a film!
Here, Eric,
This
here.
film 30 minutes.
Eric, is that close enough, Eric?
Wait a minute. Mama, tell us about what getting up and going to the mill and all that was like.
Dad go at 6 o'clock and work for 7 in the morning.
What did you do when you got there?
Burrow,
What is a burla?
it's sewing yarn in these rugs on the backside with a needle about like that.
How many hours a day did you work?
Well, it's only 6 hours. About 12 hours. Is that
Boy,
12?
that's a long time.
Yeah.
Did you have to walk from up here to the mill?
Yeah.
You and who? Usually.
Bring it up. Ready, I guess.
No, I mean before you got married.
I used to ride with people. I used to ride with Maggie Hall when I was on second shift. You just want me to tell.
Did you ever, did you have to take your food with you to the mill? Did you have to take your food with you to the mill?
Well, you can if you want to.
Put your hand down.
You had a wheel car, you say, Suzon.
What all did you have for lunch every day?
I'll tell you.
Why not? Don't tell me, tell Kenny that. What did you have?
Well, I had to make sometimes sandwiches.
What kind of sandwich?
Well, I forgot. You just want me to tell. And she won't.
Hey,
Peanut butter.
I tell you who you need to get on this film, is George Vernon.
Get him up here.
You would have no trouble
the
getting nobody to talk me.
comedy hour.
have you ever ridden a train from Eden to Leesville to Stonewall?
Tell about riding a train, Mom. We used to ride a train a lot.
I used to ride trains when I was a child.
From here to Stonewall?
Grandpa
I
Smith
would go to
was
Barnesville.
a foreman.
What'd you do
on
over there?
My daddy would get us a pass, and it didn't cost us nothing.
Would you go to Martinsville stay all day? And then ride to Stonewall at night?
Who is that?
Tell us about what you did when you went to Martinsville.
Marshall, put your head down. I was young. They'll make Marshall put his head down. He's getting sick. Coming up is like a shower.
Fayetteville. Let's talk to Dr. R.L. Carter, D.C., about his, immediately after graduation when he went to play in a minor league baseball team. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's too long a story.
That's what everybody's saying.
Do it succinctly.
I've got all that on tape.
I know it.
2 hours.
Do it now, though.
that off, Kenny?
All right.
That's all I know. All right.
Get your little ass down.
I made it. You never get him a girl,
Debbie.
Sit down.
How many?
3. Northwest.
Had to be there.
Debbie, why don't you give us a day in the life of a waitress at Fifth Season?
All I want to
Hey,
do
you got
is
a
leave.
chance to be on film now. I'm going to take you.
There's your chance.
Debbie.
There's your chance, Debbie.
All I can think about is getting out of there. I said all I can think about is getting out of there with all my money. Without anybody taking it from me.
How many? What's the most tips you've got?
During the furniture market,
You got the duck
I made about 160 a night.
Do you ever have any people who had one too many come up and want to make conversation?
Yeah, I just ignore them and walk away. I'm
You
just
never
like,
talk to
hey,
them?
I talk like there's somebody over across the room. I'm going over to wait on them.
Do you see anybody? Do you ever see anybody you know in there?
Oh yeah, I see a lot of people from high school.
Do you? What's some of your favorite bands you've seen in there?
I don't have any.
You don't?
No,
Texas
not at all.
Playboys.
There's Bill. Taking it easy.
Billy earned it.
Some of them were okay. You just get used to them, seeing them all. What?
Hey, kid.
Let me get Burl in there.
Suzon about saying, get her a while, okay? She doesn't know you got the camera.
Yeah, face is dead. What a face. Hey, interview me.
Wait a minute.
Wait, just.
Huh?
Move, Mark.
We're taping you.
He's gonna get an interview here in a minute. Oh, good.
Sit easy.
You look like you're refreshed.
I slept for about an hour and a half.
That's great.
John's our ace interviewer. The John Carter Hour.
Let me get out of here. I don't want my
This
back to
is the
show.
Morton Carter Jr. show.
And all of us go, "Boo!"
Lane, why don't you make some fresh coffee?
Let's do Janet, okay?
Do me.
Janet,
Do me. Do me.
tell us a little about your experiences in law school. Tell us about being chosen for a law review.
Oh, please.
Come on, tell us about that.
Do it at me.
It's a very dubious distinction.
Well, I'm
You
impressed
get to
because
work
I've been.
your brains out
Put your hand
for
down.
free. And they promise you that sometime in the future it's going to make a difference in your career. But right now that's an illusory promise.
Is it competitive among those of you on law review?
It's very
Now that you're on it, I mean, still is.
very competitive. More competitive there than anywhere.
What are some of your chores on law review?
But they call it spading. You get these articles written by scholars and lawyers, don't confuse the two, and you check all their sources. If they cite a source, you can look it up and see if it says what they said it says. And then you also check, cite form and you edit. That's all there is to it so far. Then, you have to write occasional summaries of Supreme Court decisions. That's about it.
Erik, what do you think of that?
Huh?
What do you think of that?
How, Mom? Do it at me.
Hello, Mom. Mom's trying to get in there. Look at her. Trying to hog in there.
All I did was come through the door. Is that?
Marshall, do you miss living in Louisiana?
Put your hand
Why
down.
not?
Go ahead, Joe.
Huh?
Like 5 musketeers all hunched around that camera.
Kenny, get a couple of
You
minutes.
don't miss living in Louisiana?
You know what?
Get a
You
couple
like living in
minutes
South
of me.
Carolina better?
Get a couple of minutes of each child.
Interview me first.
What do you like better about South Carolina?
That's just it, though. When you put them on the screen, they're free.
Nuh-uh. Okay. Put us on the screen. I'm right here, Daddy. Put us on the screen.
Okay, who's first?
Me.
All right, Marshall's first. Everybody back off.
All right, everybody sit with me. It's Marshall's turn, and everybody have that turn.
Everybody sit down on the
That way
ground.
everything will
All right,
be
Marshall.
divided.
Don't get too close now.
Come here.
Stand up.
Stand up. Everybody see your fuzzy hairdo.
Looks good.
It's a nice haircut.
All right, back. Ask Marshall some questions.
What question?
I was asking a while ago, have you, what grade are you in? What is some of your favorite subjects?
Is that like
What?
What's your favorite subject?
I wish it was
Science.
Do you? What have you done in there this year that you like?
Stop moving around so
Done a
much.
few
Too.
experiments.
Like what?
Right there in the middle, Kenny.
We've
Right
seen
there.
how
Turn it.
well experiments like I don't know how to describe them.
Give us some more light.
Is your science teacher your favorite teacher?
I'm not sure.
What are your teachers' names?
Hold still, Marshall.
Look into the camera.
Well, they show you hind pod before.
Look into the camera.
What's your
get
teacher's
hands
name?
in.
Our teacher's names.
Come on, Michael. Why do I always have to have to talk about teachers?
You don't want to talk about teachers now. It's vacation.
Ask him what he got. What Santa Claus
What'd you get for Christmas?
Nintendo and Kansas.
Did you? What's your favorite football team?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Indianapolis Colts.
Hey, what's the name of your girlfriend at school?
Lakeisha. I have one.
Come on now, tell us about your girlfriend.
Lakeisha. Well, you have a girlfriend. Katie. Oh yeah. Hey.
All right, who's next?
My girlfriend's name.
Please.
What grade are you in? I forgot.
First.
What's your teacher's name?
It's Douglas.
Look at the camera and answer what I'm saying, okay? What's your teacher's name?
Miss Dudley.
Miss Bishop?
Miss Bishop. Miss Dudley.
Who's your other teacher?
How do you get to school? Does your mother take you to school every day?
Yeah.
Just fresh out.
What do you like to play when you come home in the afternoon?
Put enough sugar in it, didn't
Nothing.
Do you play basketball?
No.
you? Put a spoon
Football?
in it and stand up by itself.
Do you like to watch TV?
Yeah.
What's some of your favorite programs?
It's too sweet.
Grandma.
What else?
Go back to school to get your certification.
Those birthdays.
Ah. What did you get for Christmas?
Various numbers of things.
You got a walkie-talkie
Walkie-talkie.
Ah.
and a G.I. Joe truck.
Yeah,
Look right here. You wanted to hog the thing. There it is.
Well, there he is, all right.
Hogball.
What else you get? Get your thing out of your mouth.
Can't talk you thinking.
What else? What's the name of your girlfriend in Louisiana?
Emily Barr. Emily Barr and kissed her on the lips 3 times.
Mike,
In a row. Smack.
did you know Boo Boo the barber?
Boo boo.
Huh? Stanley, what is your name, please?
Stanley Howard Carter.
How old are you? What grade are you in?
3rd.
What's your teacher's name?
That's Michaelis.
What's your favorite subject?
Girls' his favorite subject. You can match her for
What is Sunday art? I don't know.
Football,
I don't have one.
math, history, health,
I don't have one.
bones.
His favorite's recess.
What are some of your favorite things to play?
Football.
Baseball.
Soccer.
Hand me that X-ray.
Yes, play Army.
Football.
I did
He likes to play with girls a lot too.
Stanley, which do you like better, living in Louisiana or living in South Carolina?
She loves it. She's eating good too.
You remember when you lived in Louisiana? Did you like living there? Do you like it better than South Carolina? You like both, don't you? What did you get for Christmas?
A microscope.
A microscope?
A microscope and a little lab kit thing and I got a walkie-talkie and that Marshall got that. I've got a walkie-talkie and a watch.
You got some frilly lace pants, some leotard.
And his girlfriend's name is Kirsten.
Did you feel bad when your father knocked the Venus de Milo off the wall?
No.
It would have felt bad if he'd been under it.
That's right.
Debbie, are you leaving?
Debbie.
That's why I don't mind.
Debbie, where are you going? Miss Shelton's?
Yeah.
Well, take care of yourself.
Eric?
Stay tuned.
I'll be seeing you. September 3. Apart. You been lifting weights?
No. Yeah, my weight's on my tray. I don't have anything, so that's something for me to have a little bit. That's my week off.
Do you know where Susan's parents live?
I got a little bit.
You know where Susan's parents live?
Small muscle.
All right. Debbie, are you leaving us?
Yeah.
Say goodbye. All right, Ian.
Bye, Debbie. Take care.
Be careful.
You're on candid camera, boy.
All right, Ian.
Do
What's your
it.
name? What's your middle name?
Ian.
Where do you live now? I forgot. Columbia where?
South America.
Who's your favorite?
Eric,
Who's your favorite football team?
walk in front of that.
You like the Chicago Bears? You like playing soccer?
Yeah.
What is your position in soccer?
Several. Half-guard and full-out.
Now, I understand that your team didn't do too well this year. Now, how many did you win?
14.
How many did you lose? Well, I must have gotten the information incorrectly.
He scored 74 points.
How many goals did you score this year?
74.
Did you win a trophy?
Yeah.
How many got scored on you?
4.
That's great. Why do you like to play soccer?
Because he can take off his socks.
What color shirts did you wear on your soccer team?
Gray and
What color pants?
blue.
What was the name of your team?
Phantom.
Phantom. I like that. What did you get for Christmas?
Nintendo game, skateboard, and shoes.
You like skateboards?
Yeah.
How long have you been riding a skateboard?
About a year.
Well, let's call on the other member of the squad now.
Okay, Eric. All right,
Stay
Eric.
tuned for these important messages.
Erik the Red Carter.
Bye, Mom.
Okay, Eric, sit down.
All right, what is your full name, young man?
Huh?
What is your full name?
Erik.
That's your full first name anyway.
Okay, Erik Christopher Carter.
Erik Christopher Carter.
So still look at you.
How old are you?
I can't remember.
What's the name of your school?
It's rough when that camera's on you, ain't it?
Hermiston West Elementary.
What you want for Christmas?
He's 11, everybody.
What did you get for Christmas?
I got shoes, skateboard, shirts, jogging pants. I got 3 jogging pants. I got 4 shirts, a sweater,
Yeah, in
shoes,
fact, it's right there.
and a skateboard, and a skateboarding magazine, and some skateboarding stickers, and
Hey,
mini skateboard. Yeah.
by the way, have you ever been to Dale's Seafood in Tabor City, North Carolina?
We went to,
Did you like it? Did you like it?
We turned.
No, you don't turn.
You passed. the
yeah.
turn.
What did you have when you went there?
I can't really see. I had all you can eat.
Right.
I had a large salad plate.
A large what?
Salad plate.
Large salad plate.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
seafood?
we can do it
No.
tomorrow.
Did your father eat any seafood that day?
Oh yeah.
What did he have?
Shrimp.
What else?
That's a loaded question.
Huh?
It was a
Did he
loaded
eat
plate.
much of
too.
it?
I can't remember.
What did Ian have that day?
He didn't go with us.
Did I go?
Yeah.
What did I have?
You had something.
Who else went with us?
The car.
Did Ralph go?
Who's Ralph?
Anthony.
Oh yeah. Ralph.
Ralph.
Mindy and me came.
Brad,
You were there too, didn't you?
No, Mindy was.
Yeah, that's right, Mindy too. And Ralph.
We'll make it stand.
You know Ralph?
with Norton alone.
Well,
Eric,
we're
that's
just about
enough.
finished with
You gotta
the
take this.
That's for you.
Yeah,
with the
Straighten that down.
Okay, I need to ask you questions.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, what school do you attend?
Right now I'm teaching at a school called UNC Greensboro.
Okay.
I attended one called Burton Grove Elementary.
Who's your teacher? That's right, you are the teacher.
You don't know who mine were?
Yeah.
When I was in the first grade, I had Mrs. Sykes. When I was in the second grade, I had Mrs. Meadows. Third, Mrs. Grogan. Fourth, Mrs. Abernathy. Fifth, Mrs. Dallas. Sixth, Mrs. Shoemaker.
She makes shoes?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you.
Football.
Miss Abernathy used to hit me on the back with 2 books. She'd have 2 books in her hand and slip up behind you and hit you in the back.
Really?
I go, I'm telling you. That's right.
Okay.
I think that's why I'm hump shouldered, you know.
Ask yourself questions and answer them.
I think I'm gonna file through.
Close side of the desk and give him a knocking through it.
Elena, it's your turn now.
Yes, it is. Get up here. Sit down.
Police not be done.
Get out of here.
Hey, you ready, Kenny?
Wait a minute.
Don't do like a kid. You sit there and go back and forward.
I
Just
know,
back to the
I'm
camera.
just sitting.
Put your feet right there. In it.
Let's see if you can back up your chair a little bit. I think it gives us a better picture. Back up a little bit.
Let's see what number she gets by rolling the dice.
Marshall, if you open your mouth, I'm gonna smack you.
Elena,
Yes.
tell us, you ready, Kenny?
Yeah.
Tell us, do you remember when you lived in Cuba?
Oh, yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
You get it. Relax.
Before Castro or after?
You charge me interest.
Before and after. Tell us about the changes brought about by the Castro regime. From your perspective, I mean, what you actually saw, rather than what you read about or heard about, but I mean, noticeable changes.
Before Castro, I remember as a child, like Christmas time, going to the stores, and the stores were pretty much like here in the States. There was everything, and plenty. If you had the money, you could go and buy it. After Castro, I remember people standing in lines, even sleeping at the store, at the side, outside, all night, and lines for 3, 4, 5 days before even, the stores were open. And by the time, if you were like at the end of the line, by the time you got in, you would not get any toys. The toys would be gone and the kids would not get anything. And that's when he was still letting, people celebrate Christmas. Later on, then he just made it all up, so you couldn't even get anything at all. But I was thinking about that last night when I was laying in bed, and the kids, all the stuff that they have, and I was thinking how many little kids in Cuba when, they don't even know that it's something, such a day, or something like that. And I think that's sad. Now that's one of the things I remember the most, and that's because, as a child, things like that matter a lot. And I remember, writing a letter to the 3 wise men. And, in Cuba, we don't celebrate, we celebrate Christmas on the 25th, but the children don't get the gifts until January the 6th for the 3 wise men. And the children leave grass for the camels and the shoes on the windows and things like that. It's different. And I remember all that, and then by the time that I am 7 years older than my sister, like the next one after me, by the time that she was 7, none of that existed any longer. It was, I feel that I had a pretty good infancy. My parents were well off, and I lived like, it can compare to an upper middle class child in this country, the way of life I had. But later on, after Castro, and they took everything away, not only from my parents, but from everybody else. Our standard of living went from having a, high standard of living to the lowest of, we didn't have anything. My father didn't have a job, he didn't have any money. They put him in a concentration camp and all that. So the changes were drastic. I say drastic.
Drastic.
Yeah, that's it.
Sound is off.
And that's it. Can I go now?
Quite good.
Tell us
We
about
appreciate
teaching. Tell us about teaching at Irmo.
Oh,
All right, typical day. You wake up in the morning. What
ups
you do?
and downs.
You wake up, what time is it? Listen.
I get up at 5:30 in the morning, and I leave Irma by 6:30 with the 3 kids. I leave for Irma, and it takes me an hour to drive, sometimes an hour and 15 minutes. And I get there around 7:45, and I have homeroom. I start teaching. I teach 5 classes, and I study hall. And
need a paper route,
no, I don't need a paper route. That teaching 100 kids is enough. Okay, that's it.
You're on.
Tell us about that evening. I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of August the 19th, 1987, when you joined 5 or 6 other legendary musicians at the Attic nightclub in Greenville, North Carolina.
And that legendary Greenville, North Carolina.
Well, John, there's so much to say, I don't know where to begin.
Start at the beginning.
Start from the beginning. Well, we set up our synthesizers. I set up the amps.
Somebody's got the hardest crystal green.
Rod, give it to me.
That's good stuff. You have any of it?
And I guess that's all we can say.
Somebody gave me some.
It's very
I
tasty.
think he's going shopping.
We just had a commercial for Harvard Bristol Green. Now we're back to Kenneth R. Carter, talking about the legendary performance at the Attic in Greenville, North Carolina.
Well, it was a very small attic.
And an even smaller crowd.
There was plenty of room to move around.
It was a big band, though, wasn't it?
Big band, yeah.
Bad little band.
I was anyway. I don't know about the rest of it.
Mick Gallimore on bass.
Yeah. I guess you could say.
88.
I guess with me and Gallimore, you could say we're one of the biggest combos to ever play at the Attic.
Danny, look at a
Big Gable had a bigger
Larry's a pretty good sized boy, too, you know.
Big Gable had a bigger band.
Larry's a good sized boy, too.
Yep. Well, this is very exciting.
Yes, I've enjoyed it.
I guess I better get back to tending my.
The tension is mounting.
I guess I better get back to tending my camera.
I bet you the cooking everything.
Come on, Ken, say a few words. Posterity.
Tell us about, give us your recollections of the mannerisms and techniques of that legendary producer, engineer, Elson Red Stevens.
Well, Elson, I can't say much about him other than the fact that he's not. I've never seen him light up a cigar. And he lets you know it's time to record by saying, "Tape's rolling." But for posterity, let me say I did have the pleasure just the other day at USC of meeting Frank McGuire face to face in the lobby of the law school. He was meeting with Bubba Ness, who's one of the former Supreme Court members at South Carolina.
What's his name?
Bubba Ness. I think that's with that's with quotations, I believe.
Oh, the Ness, of course.
No, Bubba.
I know it.
And
Wait a minute, Mike.
I told Frank I was a Duke fan from way back. And,
He said he hated it before you did.
the first thing he said that Duke had made some really good signees for next year. He said 2 Irish guys from New York.
Is that what he said?
He's always thinking ahead, you know. He don't really think back. But he said that the Duke was going to be doing very well, and since they are #1, I guess we'll have to agree.
I can't imagine that lasting much longer, though, can you?
Well, I'm hoping for the best.
Me too.
I'm hoping for the end of this interview.
Carolina will lead
One game anyway.
Do.
Okay, who's next?